UC Davis, #1 versus #2 in Big West Conference basketball. But join us now for Timeout for Health, brought to you by Straub, is Dr. Nick Crawford. And we're going to talk about ankle sprains because we saw with the men's basketball team last week, 3 players go down with an ankle sprain. We saw Morgan Mason on Thursday go down with an ankle sprain. I guess the first thing is we hear of ankle sprains and high ankle sprains. What's the difference?
Yeah, big difference. It's a continuum. You know, lower ankle sprain, you could come back that game, tape you up at half, have you come back. High ankle sprain, you know, the 2 bones that go down the ankle, if you hurt it down in the ankle, that's a low ankle sprain. A high ankle sprain is where the ligament that holds those 2 bones together is sprained all the way up towards the knee. And so that's why it's termed a high ankle sprain. And some of those can be 8 weeks or so until you make a comeback.
You know, I was going to say, you hear a lot of times you're better off maybe breaking something than getting a high ankle sprain. Why is that? Because just the recovery time is longer?
It's tough. I mean, you never want to break the ankle, but a really severe high ankle sprain, you're right. I would rather break my lower ankle, and that's because the inflammation that's set off, your healing response, very fast when you break the bone, versus some of these ligament injuries, you're just left, you know, in a walking boot for too long, and it's a long downtime.
Are there ways to prevent that? I mean, I'm sure some people are just predisposed. They're born with weak ankles or whatever. What about exercises, ways to maybe strengthen up that area?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. And in basketball, you know, it's very common, the most common injury. So the coaches, the trainers, everybody from the start of the season is trying to prevent an ankle sprain, and that goes from strengthening, doing plyometrics, and then you're taping, you're bracing, and wearing high tops.
Okay. We always hear the word treatment. Oh, they're getting treatment 3 or 4 times a day. We hear that about the men's basketball players now on the road. What are some of the things that involve treatment to help get that injury to heal quicker?
Well, they got a very experienced trainer, and he's well versed in getting these guys back, and it has to do with swelling management, ice, ultrasound, getting the muscle fire, you know, the patterns to come back so they can play at a high level. And then if they're ready to go in game time, they'll basically test them, see if they're ready, and if they're not, then they're sitting out till the next game.
Is that an injury that's the most common when it comes to like floor sports, basketball, volleyball, ankle injuries?
It certainly is, yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor.
Absolutely.
Dr. Nick Crawford from Straub. Obviously, they're also a sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, and I know we'll talk to you again down the road. Hopefully, all the ankles will be healed by then. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll focus on the opponent tonight, the Aggies of UC Davis.